Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening. Welcome to the awards giving ceremony and 239th annual general meeting of the Asiatic Society, Kolkata. Our program will be commencing in a few minutes time. May I request you to kindly switch off your mobile devices or keep it in silent mode as we await the arrival of the Honorable Governor of West Bengal and Patron of the Asiatic Society, Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose, who will be joining us shortly. Today's program will be in two parts. First, award giving ceremony which will be graced by Honorable Governor of the West Bengal, Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose, and Patron of the Asiatic Society, Kolkata. And second part will be 239th annual general meeting which will be conducted after the departure of Honorable Governor. Honorable members of the society are requested to kindly remain seated after the departure of the Governor for 239th annual general meeting. Once Patron of the Asiatic Society, Kolkata, Honorable Governor takes position in front of his seat on the dais, you all are requested to kindly rise for the national anthem.
Control. चले चले साइड साइड स्लिप ना इसमें लिफ्ट से लिफ्ट
Asiatic Society
some collections from the library. Original. We have the first transaction of the society, Asiatic Researches, published in 1788.
Sir, this.
How many titles in the library?
I mean,
this is a details.
Respected guests, ladies and gentlemen, may we request you to please stand as Honorable Governor of West Bengal and Patron of the Asiatic Society, Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose, has just entered the hall along with the First Lady. We extend a cordial welcome to both of them on this auspicious occasion of award-giving ceremony and 239th Annual General Meeting of the Asiatic Society, Kolkata. All rise for the national anthem.
জনগণ মন অধিনায়ক জয় হে ভারত ভাগ্য বিধাতা পঞ্জাব সিন্ধু গুজরাট মারাঠা দ্রাবিড় উৎকল বঙ্গ বিন্ধ্য হিমাচল যমুনা গঙ্গা উচ্ছল জলধি তরঙ্গ তব শুভ নামে জাগে তব শুভ আশিস মাগে গাহে তব জয় গাথা জনগণ মঙ্গলদায়ক জয় হে ভারত ভাগ্য বিধাতা জয় হে জয় হে জয় হে জয় 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 হে
Now, I'll hand over to my colleague Sri Arup Ratan Bagchi, Administrative Officer of the Society, for further conduct of the program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Distinguished guests, respected members, fellows, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening and welcome to the 239th Annual General Meeting and Award-Giving Ceremony of the Asiatic Society, Kolkata. Today's program consists of two parts. First, the award-giving ceremony, followed by the 239th Annual General Meeting. To begin the program, I would like to invite the team of the Asiatic Society to render the invocation.
Om Sangachadvam Sangvadadvam Samvo Manamsi Janatam Deva Bhagayatha Purve Sanjanana Upasate Samana Mantra Samiti Samani Samanang Manasah Chittamesham Samanang Mantram Abhimantra Eva Samaneno Vo Avisha Juhomi Samaniva Akuti Samana Hridayaniva Samana Vastu Vo Mano Yathavasva Sahasati Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
হে মোর চিত্ত পূর্ণ তীর্থে জাগরে ধীরে এই ভারতের মহামানবের সাগর তীরে জাগরে ধীরে হেথায় দাঁড়ায় দুবাহু বাড়ায় নমি নর দেবতারে উদার ছন্দে পরমানন্দে বন্দন করি তারে ধ্যান গম্ভীর এই যে ভূধর নদী জপমালা ধৃত প্রান্তর হেথায় নিত্য হার পবিত্র ধরিত্রীরে এই ভারতের মহামানবের সাগর তীরে জাগরে ধীরে
কেহ নাহি জানে কার আহ্বানে কত মানুষের ধারা দুর্বার স্রোতে এলো কোথা হতে সমুদ্রে হলো হারা। হেথায় আর্য, হেথা অনার্য, হেথায় দ্রাবিড় চীন, শখুন দল পাঠান মোগল, এক দেহে হলো লীন। পশ্চিমে আজি খুলিয়াছে দ্বার, সেথা হতে সবে আনে উপহার। দিবে আর নিবে, মিলাবে মিলিবে, যাবে না ফিরে, এই ভারতের মহামানবের সাগর তীরে।
এসো হে আর্য, এসো হে আর্য, এসো অনার্য হিন্দু মুসলমান। এসো এসো আজ তুমি ইংরাজ, এসো এসো খ্রিস্টান, হিন্দু মুসলমান। এসো ব্রাহ্মণ, এসো ব্রাহ্মণ সূচি করি মন, বড় সৎ সমাকার। এসো হে পতিত হোক অপনীত, সব অপমান ভার। মার অভিষেকে এসো এসো তারা, মঙ্গল ঘর হয় নিজে ভরা, সবার পরশে পবিত্র করা নিত্য নীরে। আজি ভারতের মহামানবে সাগর তীরে, জাগরে ধীরে। হে মোর চিত্ত, হে মোর চিত্ত, পুণ্য তীর্থে জাগরে ধীরে, এই ভারতের মহামানবে সাগর তীরে, জাগরে ধীরে।
Thank you. May I now request Professor Shopon Kumar Pramanik, President of the Asiatic Society, to felicitate the Honorable Governor of West Bengal and Patron of the Asiatic Society. Sir, may I also request you to felicitate the respected First Lady. I would also like to request Dr. Shottobroto Chakraborty, General Secretary of the Asiatic Society, to present two indoor plants to the Honorable Governor and the respected First Lady. May I now request Dr. Shujit Kumar Das, Treasurer of the Asiatic Society, to present a few publications and some mementos of the Asiatic Society to the Honorable Governor and the respected First Lady. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Dr. Shottobroto Chakraborty, General Secretary of the Asiatic Society, to deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon, respected President of the Asiatic Society, Professor Shopon Kumar Pramanik, Honorable Governor of West Bengal and Patron of the Asiatic Society, Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose, respected Lady Governor Srimati Lakshmi Ananda Bose, honored awardees of various plaques, medals, as well as lecturerships, respected honorary fellow Swami Attopriyanandaji, council members, members and staff members of the society, guests, friends, media persons, ladies and gentlemen. It is my proud privilege to welcome you all on behalf of the Council of the Asiatic Society to this 239th award-giving ceremony and annual general meeting of the Asiatic Society. It is indeed an exciting historical moment in the life of this heritage institution's long journey of a glorious existence. We remember with pride our founder president, Sir William Jones, and his associates, by whose wisdom and stimulating intellectual persuasion into the inquiry of roots of excellence of culture and civilization of Asia in general and India in particular, we had reached out to a wider global academia in the past. We also remember the eminent successors of these pioneering stalwarts who very successfully carried out the rich academic tradition of the yesteryears, both before and after independence. It is with this rich tradition and legacy that we have committed ourselves to carry forward the mandate left to us by them. Friends, we feel extremely delighted to have among us today in this historic hall, that is Vidyasagar Hall, of the institution of national importance, some of the eminent awardees of medals, plaques conferred on them for the year 2022. Some of them could not be present today for various reasons. The announcement will also be made for the awardees of various lectureships for the year 2022, who will deliver their designated lectures throughout the year according to their convenience and the society's arrangement. The most notable awardee this year has been Srimati Draupadi Murmu, the Honorable President of India, who was nominated for Tagore Peace Award. Let us make a big hand. We are in touch with the Honorable President's office for handing over this award to her. The details of our activities have been already reported in my annual general meeting address for the year 2022-23. This will be available with you. Therefore, I am not touching them here. With this, I welcome again our Honorable Governor and the patron of the Asiatic Society, who is a distinguished academician himself, a poet and a writer, whose presence, along with the First Lady, has heightened the eminence of this prestigious program. I also welcome once more all our high-profile dignitaries, awardees, guests, members, staff members, media persons, for collectively making this program very, very successful. Wish you all a very happy future. Namaste, and thanks you all. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Professor Shwapun Kumar Pramanik, President of the Asiatic Society, to deliver the presidential address.
Honorable Governor, sir, Honorable Madam Governor, General Secretary, Asiatic Society, Treasurer, Asiatic Society, distinguished awardees of medals, plaques, lectureships of the Asiatic Society for the year 2022-2023, respected Honorable Fellow of the Year, Swami Atmapriyanandaji Maharaj, members of the Asiatic Society, other staff members, invited guests, ladies, gentlemen, members of the media and the press. I am very much honored to have received this prestigious occasion for giving the lecture as presidential address. We are very much, on behalf of the Asiatic Society, we are very much pleased that the Honorable Governor has visited this place. An institution which is 239 years old. An institution which was the first of its kind in the whole of Asia, and which was established in 1784 by Sir William Jones in order to study, inquire into the specificities of the cultural heritage of this region. To quote Sir William Jones, who was the first secretary, president of this organization, the president of this organization, whatever is performed by man and produced by nature comes within the domain of inquiry of the Asiatic Society. Honorable Governor Sir is the patron of the Asiatic Society. And sir, you'll be pleased to know that when this institution was established in 1784, by Sir William Jones, Warren Hastings, who was the Governor General of India at that point of time, was the first patron of the Asiatic Society. And since then, for more than the last 200 years, we have been having the benefit of this official patronage of the government, be it at the center or be it at the state level. What does the Asiatic Society do? To quote Sir William Jones again, whatever comes within the domain of man and nature, that is to be inquired into by the Asiatic Society. And that function has been performed, is being performed by the Asiatic Society for more than 200 years. It's an inquiry into the domain of human knowledge and the various manifestations of that human knowledge. You'll all be pleased to note that all the specialized associations which have been created subsequently have been born out of the Asiatic Society. Organizations like the Anthropological Survey, like the Indian Museum, like the Indian Geological Society, like the Indian Geological Society, everything, even the Indian Science Congress, had all their origin from within the Asiatic Society. And that was the time when the Asiatic Society was the only organization for doing researches in all the multifarious activities of man and nature. So we have the proud privilege of carrying this heritage, this golden heritage. Justifiably, the General Secretary has stated that this is an heritage institution. In short, what do? We are engaged with the inquiry into the various aspects of human knowledge. Human knowledge has its activities, creativities in many aspects of life and society. And Asiatic Society does not have any boundary in that respect because knowledge does not have any boundary. And may I also point out that the recent pronouncement by the central government regarding the new education policy is based on the inquiries about human knowledge. And I can tell you that this is not a new phenomenon As far as the ramifications of human knowledge are concerned, Asiatic society has been engaged, is being engaged in this endeavor for more than the last 200 years. Only thing with a difference is that we are looking at this domain of knowledge from a scientific, objective point of view. And we have in the Asiatic society a repository of human knowledge. We have manuscripts telling us about the various past treasures of human activity. And I've been told that we have manuscripts of about more than 50,000 in count, in number. We have a very good library, and the library which was created during the earlier 200 years. Originally, you know, when the Fort William College, which was established by the East India Company for giving training to the new appointees of the East India Company, when that college was dismantled, the entire storehouse of that was transferred to the Asiatic society, along with the very valuable resources which were there earlier in the Tipu Sultan library. All these were transferred to the Asiatic society, along with the various manuscripts which we have now. So this is a repository of human knowledge. And those scholars who are associated with the Asiatic society have been cultivating this area of human knowledge through their continuous endeavors. Only thing is that, as I told you earlier, that we are looking at this domain of knowledge from a scientific, objective point of view, not any conjectural, not any hypothetical, not any metaphysical way of looking at human knowledge. That is, we do not claim a type of thing which did not exist earlier. We do not claim that, say, Indian civilization was created 10,000 years earlier. We do not have any objective way of verifying all these claims. But the scholars who have been associated with the Asiatic society have engaged themselves in objectively studying the various manuscripts which we have, the various books which we have, the various researches which are being done, and throughout the 18th and the 19th centuries, these types of researches have been done, and we are enjoying the benefit of that. So friends, with this short introduction, we are very happy that the Asiatic Society has crossed just another year of its existence. It is 239th year, and I repeat that this is the oldest organization in the whole of Asia, which dedicated itself to the study of human creativity in every aspect of human endeavor. So I thank you very much for having organized this. I welcome the awardees, the people who have been selected by the Asiatic Society for having the honor of receiving plaques, medals, and giving lectures on various specified aspects. I tell you that we have a very authentic method of selection of these awardees and lectures. And for each such awardee and lecture, we constitute a specialized committee. For each of these lectures and awards, we select the best available experts in the field for the year for which the selection is made. So I welcome all of you on this glorious occasion, and I hope that you will enjoy the occasion very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now our pleasure to invite the Honorable Governor of West Bengal and Patron of the Asiatic Society, Dr. C.V. Anand Bose, to present the awards towards our distinguished awardees. The General Secretary of the Asiatic Society will read out the names of the awardees.
So I'll read out one by one the categories of award that has been conferred on the respective awardees. Honorary Fellow, this is all for the year 2022. Honorary Fellow Swami Atmapriyanandaji, Pro-Chancellor, Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Educational and Research Institute, has been elected as Honorary Fellow of the Asiatic Society for the year 2022.
The Asiatic Society, Kolkata, has this day admitted Swami Atmapriyananda, an honorary fellow of the Asiatic Society, and in testimony thereof, this diploma has been presented to him on 1/5/2023.
Next, I announce the Tagore Peace Award. I have already mentioned Srimati Draupadi Murmu, Honorable President of India, for her creative contributions to the development of human understanding towards peace. We are in touch with her secretariat and accordingly we will be able to reach this award to her in any day as will be communicated by the office. Next is Rabindranath Tagore Birth Centenary Plaque. It was conferred on Professor Avijit Binayak Banerjee, eminent economist and a Nobel laureate, for his creative contribution to human culture. He has expressed his inability to come now, but also desired that in his next visit he will be in touch with us so that we are able to hand it over to him. Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar Gold Plaque, Shahriyar Kabir, eminent journalist, filmmaker and human rights activist of Bangladesh, for his significant contribution to contemporary social issues. Right now he is unable to come, so we will be in touch with him in future. Indira Gandhi Gold Plaque, Gopal Krishna Gandhi, former Indian administrator and diplomat and also former governor of West Bengal, for his contribution towards human progress. He was also unable to come today. Meghnad Shah Memorial Gold Medal, Professor Somak Rai Chaudhuri, Indian astrophysicist and Vice Chancellor, Ashoka University, for his outstanding contributions in the field of physics. Annandale Memorial Medal, Professor Kailash Chandra Malhotra, retired Professor of Anthropology, Anthropometry and Human Genetics, Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata, for his important contribution to the study of anthropology in Asia, but he was unable to make it possible today. We will be in touch with him in future. Professor Hemchandra Rai Chaudhuri, Birth Centenary Gold Medal, Professor Shirin Musbhi, eminent historian and retired professor of Aligarh Muslim University, for her important contribution in the field of Indian history. Berkeley Memorial Medal, Dr. Vishwanathan Mohan, internationally acclaimed diabetologist and scientist, for his important contribution to the development of medical science right at the moment he is out of the country. Professor Shurit Chandra Mitra Memorial Plaque, Professor Ramacharan Tripathi, Director and Professor G.B. Pant Social Science Institute, for his outstanding contributions in the field of psychology. Professor Shukumar Sen Memorial Gold Medal, Professor B.R.K. Reddy, noted linguist and retired Professor of Linguistics, Osmania University, for his important contributions in the academic field. He was unable to make it this time. We will be in touch with him. Joy Govinda Law Memorial Medal, Professor Subhash Chandra Lakhotia, eminent cytogeneticist and distinguished Professor of Geology and served Distinguished Fellow at Benares Hindu University, for his important contributions to the knowledge of geology in Asia. Sharat Chandra Rai Memorial Medal, Professor Gaurango P. Chattopadhyay, retired Professor of Behavioral Science, Indian Institute of Management, Calcutta, for his important contributions to cultural anthropology. He is seriously indisposed, he could not come. S.C. Chakravarti Medal, Professor K. Paddaya, eminent Professor, Deccan College of Postgraduate and Research Institute, Pune, for his important contributions in the field of Indian archaeology. Paul Jones Brull Memorial Medal, Professor Ramesh V. Sonti, eminent Indian plant geneticist and Director, International Center for Genetic Engineering and Biotechnology, for his important contribution in the field of botany. At the moment, he is indisposed. Pramodonath Bose Memorial Medal, Professor Dilip Shah, Professor, Geological Studies Unit, Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata, for his important contributions to geology with special reference to Asia. R.P. Chandu Birth Centenary Medal, Professor R.N. Misro, eminent art historian, for his important contributions in archaeology and art history. Unfortunately, he is no more with us. We'll award it posthumously to a member of the family sometimes from next now. GSI Sesquicentennial Commemorative Medal, Professor Rajesh K. Srivastava, Professor of Geology, Institute of Science, Banaras Hindu University, for his outstanding contribution in the field of earth science. Shailendranath and Manjula De Memorial Medal, Dr. and Professor Anil Kumar Mondal, eminent ophthalmologist and consultant, L.V. Prasad Eye Institute, Hyderabad, for his important contribution in the field of medical science. Priyabrata Rai Memorial Gold Medal, Professor Shomik Bandyopadhyay, eminent critic of Indian art, theatre and film, for his creative contributions to drama. Professor Nirmalnath Chatterjee Medal, Dr. Rupam Ghosh, JSPS Fellow, the University of Tokyo, for his important contribution to the knowledge of economic geology. He is right at the moment out of country, but his mother will receive this award on his behalf. Sharatlal Vishwas Memorial Medal, Dr. Soumi Chattopadhyay, UGC, Dr. D.S. Kothari, Postdoctoral Fellow in the Department of Geology, Banaras Hindu University, for her best published work, in mineralogy and petrology. Now, various lectureships, awards, I am just reading out. They are not present here because these lectures will be delivered by him in future occasions. Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar Lectureship, Professor Pavitra Sarkar, eminent educationist and former Vice Chancellor, Rabindra Bharati University, for his significant contribution in the field of humanities. Raja Rajendra Mitra Memorial Lectureship, Professor Vasisth Narayan Jha, eminent Indologist and Padma Shri awardee for his notable contributions in the field of Indological studies. Indira Gandhi Memorial Lectureship, Swami Supurnananda Maharaj, Secretary Maharaj, the Ramakrishna Mission Institute of Culture, Gold Park, for his significant contributions in the field of cultural pluralism. Professor Suniti Kumar Chatterjee Memorial Lectureship, Professor Jaswant Chandra Singh, retired Professor of Linguistics, Manipur University, for his significant contribution in the field of linguistics. Dr. Satyendranath Sen Memorial Lectureship, Professor Shruti Tambe, Head, Department of Sociology, Center for Advanced Studies, Savitribai Phule, Pune University, for a significant contribution in the field of social science. Dr. Panchanan Mitra Memorial Lectureship, Professor Bijoy S. Sohay, retired Professor, Department of Anthropology, University of Allahabad, for his significant contribution in the field of anthropology. Abha Maiti Memorial Annual Lectureship, this has been suspended for the moment, it will be decided later. Dr. Biman Bihari Memorial Lectureship, Professor Mrinal Kanti Gangopadhyay, retired Professor, Department of Sanskrit, University of Calcutta, for his notable contribution in the field of Sanskrit literature and medieval India. Swami Pranavananda Memorial Lectureship, Professor Dilip Kumar Mohanto, Professor of Philosophy, University of Calcutta, and former Vice Chancellor, University of Kolkata, for his significant contribution in the field of religion and culture. Sudha Bosu Memorial Biennial Lectureship, Sri Deepak De, renowned artist, philatelist, and journalist from Kolkata, for his significant contribution in the field of fine arts and culture. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the list exhausted for this year 2022. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to invite the Honorable Governor of West Bengal to release the Journal of the Asiatic Society. This is the 65th issue of Volume 1 of 2023. It is now our pleasure to invite the Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Dr. C.V. Anand Bose, to address the distinguished gatherings.
President of the Asiatic Society, Professor Sapan Kumar Pramanik, General Secretary Dr. Satyambrata Chakraborty, Treasurer Dr. Sujit Kumar Das, ladies and gentlemen, revered awardees and friends. I am delighted to be here in the prestigious seminal organization of excellence, the one and only Asiatic Society. 3 cheers and salutations to the visionary founder of this great institution, Honorable William Jones. I am delighted to be here to witness this confluence of great minds who have been awarded in various fields by the society. In the Bible, it is said, many are called, but few are chosen. Certainly the chosen ones are the experts and the revered gurus in their own respective fields. As far as awards are concerned, there are no winners and the losers. In this kind of awards, where greatness and substantial contribution is assessed by a committee of experts, there are only winners and winnables. I congratulate the winners and I also encourage the winnables to be the winners next time. I am glad that I got this opportunity to be here in this hall, which is graced by great luminaries of India, great luminaries of the world. In fact, Rudyard Kipling said, the East is West and the West is West, and the never the twain shall meet. There was this visionary, Sir William Jones, who thought the East and the West have an umbilical relation between each other, which has to be revealed, which has to be understood. The whole world now realizes what India is. The whole world realizes the potentials of the great nation. The whole world realizes what India's culture and heritage means for the whole world. If anybody has got any doubt, here is Arnold Toynbee. Quote, it is already becoming clear that a chapter which had a Western beginning, will have to have an Indian ending if it is not to end in the self-destruction of the human race. This is Arnold Toynbee, the great historian. And he also adds, at this supremely dangerous moment in history, the only way of salvation for mankind is the Indian way. The Indian way. That is a revelation made by Arnold Toynbee. Now you tell me, if Arnold Toynbee had to come to this conclusion, this realization was very much there in the founding fathers of this great institution. Our cultural streams started getting dried up in our exposure to the West. The idea came in the minds of the people, West is the best. But here is a group of learned scholars and humanists who are concerned with anything which humanity does, anything which the nature does. They decided to understand the greatness of this great nation and expose before the world the best that is thought and said in India. That is a result which has made India feel proud before others. India is strong. India will assert we are strong. India is great. India will assert we are strong. But India believes not in waging wars. India believes in waging peace. And peace hath her victories no less renowned than war. When war begins in the minds of men, it is in the minds of men that defenses against it are to be built. That is what this great institution is doing. This is a seminary institution from which has sprung up many institutions of repute and excellence in the world. This is not a small step. It is said in China, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. This is the one step which Sir William Jones took for a journey of 1,000 miles. You have certainly come 238 years, I am told. Yes, 30? 40 years, yes. Now, what have we done? We have been able to have a happy blend of vision and action. Vision and action are equally important. If there is vision without any action, there is no result. If there is action without vision, the result can be counterproductive. In a lighter vein, I would like to remind you about the great Gurkha regiment. The Gurkha regiment are known for its valor. First obey and then question is their motto itself. They are ready for anything, ready to sacrifice, ready for supreme sacrifice in the call of their duty. Now, during the World War, the British commandant asked the Gurkha chief, tomorrow you have to jump, you and your men have to jump from a height of 5,000 feet. For the first time, the Gurkha chief asked a counter question, sir, can the height be reduced from 3,000 feet to 5,000 feet to 3,000 feet? The commandant asked him, what difference does it make? Anyway, you will be using a parachute. With a demure smile, the Gurkha captain said, oh, I didn't know there will be a parachute. That is action. without vision. Action, solid action. Yes, that is also required. Then vision without action. What we want is vision and action, the happy blend of that. In the Bible it is said, in the beginning was a Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. God created all of us in His vision. Before God created the universe, He had a vision what day and night will be, what birds, bees and butterflies will be, what humans will be, what trees will be. Yes, He had a vision, the vision which preceded action. But even in God's vision, there are people who see imperfection. I come from a village in Kerala. See, it was known for educational institutions. I studied in the convent schools and colleges throughout my career. We had aspirants, that is the young students who study for priesthood. Very nice, very obedient, very coy, very meek persons. There was one aspirant, Father Thomas. He was little rebellious. He will ask very embarrassing question to Father Superior. Father Superior, Father William, he was describing to the students, stating that everything that God does is justified. This young priest once asked Father Superior, Father, you say that everything that God does is justified. Because as you know, John Milton wrote the Paradise Lost to justify the ways of God to man. But Father William feels that it is proprietary right to justify whatever God has done. So the young priest asked him, look at the sparrow, yes. The sparrow needs only 1 or 2 grains as food, yes. But God has given the sparrow wings, yes. So that the sparrow can fly anywhere and amass any amount of food. Okay. Now look at the cow, yes. The cow needs a lot of food, yes. God has not given wings to the cow. How will you justify this? Father Superior was floored. He had no answer. But that evening, as usual, Father Superior was went for his evening stroll with his aspirant students and young priests following him. Then a crow flew over them. And as crows are notorious everywhere, did something which soiled the cloth of the young priest. Then Father Superior asked him, now tell me, Father Tom, do you want God to give wings to the cow as well? Yes, even in the vision of God, there are people who find imperfections. But you know, everything is born twice. First in your mind, then in the field. That is why Milton says, the mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell or a hell of heaven. Yes, every bright idea. That is why W.B. Yeats said, oh, the mind has mountains and chasms no man fathomed. The mind is everything. And what is the relation between the mind and the matter? Also, the great Swamijis are here. They know how to interpret it. I would like to attempt one thing. You know, the former Vice Chancellor of Banaras Hindu University, then who became the Vice President of India, then he became the President of India. But more than all these things, he is remembered as a Spalding Professor of Oxford, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. Once the scholars of Europe gathered in St. Albert Hall, Dr. Radhakrishnan, the philosopher, the Spalding Professor, he will be expounding the relation between the matter and the mind, which is there in the Indian philosophy. The entire place was crowded with scholars. Dr. Radhakrishnan stood up. Then he asked a profound question. What is mind? The whole world was listening, waiting to listen to what he says. What is mind? Dr. Radhakrishnan replied, does not matter. Second question, what is matter? Never mind. That is a speech which he made. So the complicated relations between matter and mind is something which cannot be, if I can coin a word, this complicated relation cannot be simplicated. Yes, but here is a visionary, Sir William Jones, who thought that constant study and research has to go into this so that the essence of Indian philosophy is understood in the whole world. Not only Indian philosophy, our science, our technology, our mathematics. Yes, India has been the teacher of the world. And now you tell me, Romain Rolandi said, if there is one place on the face of earth, I repeat, if there is one place on the face of earth where all the dreams of living men have found a home from the very earliest days when man began the dream of existence. It is India. This is Romain Rolland. And here is Mark Twain. Mark Twain is, Mark Twain is of course known for his humor. But this is a statement, which is a pregnant statement, profound statement. Mark Twain says, India is the cradle of the human race. The cradle of the human race, the birthplace of human speech, the mother of history, the grandmother of legend, and the great-grandmother of tradition. India's soft power, yes. Our most valuable and most instructive materials in the history of man are treasured up in India only. This is Mark Twain about this nation. How many of us have discovered ourselves? I don't want to take more of your time. What has this Asiatic society and its founding fathers done? You know the story. There is this young man who is in a gold hunt. He sells everything, hunts for gold and treasures. He is not getting anything. Finally, he sells his only house. With that money, he sets out again for gold hunting, treasure hunting. He does not get anything. Dejected, he once walks through in front of the house which he has sold. A huge crowd is there. He said, what is happening here? They said, a treasure has been found from within this house. The treasure is very much there. The treasure is very much within India. We have to discover it. That is what Sir William Jones has done. That is what the Asiatic Society is doing now. I said I do not want to take more of your time because I remember a discomfiture which I had the occasion to state before an earlier audience in Kolkata itself. Even at the sake of repetition, I would like to bring it to your notice. See, when I was a district collector, in my previous avatar, I was an IAS officer. My posting was as district collector of a place called Kollam. There, we had an global interfaith conclave. Spiritual pundits from all over the world were there. Their lectures every day, thousands of people thronged around to listen to them. One day, Swami Chinmayananda was to give the lecture. Chinmayananda is an excellent orator. He's an exponent of Bhagavad Gita. Thousands of people thronged around to listen to him. I also went there, being the local collector. I thought I should meet and greet him and respect him, pay my respects to him. Then I hear an announcement over the mic. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. His Holiness Swami Chinmayananda's flight has been delayed by 1 hour. Okay. Next. In the meantime, our district collector, Mr. Ananda Bose, will speak. My God. I had to go on the stage. I asked the organizers, what is the topic? You know what is the topic? Dialectical materialism and the essence of Indian philosophy. Did you understand anything? I didn't understand anything. But I started speaking on dialectical materialism and the essence of Indian philosophy. 15 minutes somehow I managed. Then I got a chit. I was relieved. Normally a chit in the middle of the speech means please wind up. You know what was written there? Chinmayanandaji's flight has been delayed by 1 more hour. Please keep on speaking. So I spoke on dialectical materialism and the essence of Indian philosophy for 1.5 hours or so. This is scene number 1. Scene number 2. I got an award for low-cost and environment-friendly housing, something which I was doing in my younger days. UN award. The award was given. I was invited for a 3-minute speech in the UN General Assembly on habitat and environment. Happily receiving all these things, I was resting in my Manhattan hotel. Midnight, I get a call from an old lady from the town. It was clear. She said, am I speaking to Dr. Anand Bose? I said, yes, ma'am. Doctor, I need your help badly. Tell me, ma'am. See, doctor, I am not able to sleep for the last 3 days. Then I thought maybe she thought my doctor is indicates a medical doctor. I said, ma'am, I am not a medical doctor. And she said, I know everything. I checked up the Wikipedia and knows latest about you. I am Professor Stella, who was Professor of English in Fatima College, Kollam. Okay. See, what can I do for you, madam? I need your help, doctor. I can't sleep for the last 3 days. Then I thought, are you having hypertension? Yes, I am having hypertension. Are you in the habit of taking sleeping pills? Yes, I am in the habit of taking sleep. Probably, ma'am, you would have forgotten to take the sleeping pills in the last 3 days. No, I take barbital and all barbiturates. So what can I do, ma'am, for you? You alone can give me some sleep. What can I do? You remember, when you were district collector, he gave a speech on dialectical materialism and the essence of Indian. Yes, ma'am. Please repeat it over phone. I want to sleep again. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable address on this auspicious occasion. May I now invite Dr. Shujit Kumar Das, Treasurer of the Asiatic Society, to deliver the formal vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are at the close of the program. Honorable Governor of West Bengal and Patron-in-Chief of the Asiatic Society, Kolkata, Dr. C.V. Anand Bose, respected First Lady, Srimati Lakshmi Anand Bose, respected Chairman, Dr. S.K. Pramanik, respected General Secretary, Dr. Satyabrata Chakraborty, respected fellow, Swami Atmapriyanandaji, honorable recipients of medals, plaques and other awards, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my respect and pranam to you all. This is my proud privilege to place vote of thanks to you for being with us in the 239th Annual General Meeting and the award-giving ceremony today in this Vidyasagar Hall. I, on behalf of the Society, shall remain grateful to Honorable Governor and First Lady for their kind presence and encouraging words. Thank you, sir. I express my thanks to the recipients of awardees for their kind presence to receive the award personally. I express my thanks to the media person present here. Thanks are due to the Kolkata Police, Kolkata Municipality Corporation for their kind cooperation. I express my thanks to the employees of the Society for their hard work to make this program a successful one. A great poet, Kavi Guru Rabindranath Tagore, was born in this month, and we will be celebrating his birthday in the next week. I conclude my speech with my respect and pranam to Kavi Guru Rabindranath Tagore. Thank you.
भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल वंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंग तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you. We request our honored guests and dignitaries kindly to remain in the hall till the Honorable Governor of West Bengal leaves the hall along with the Lady Governor.